then.
Well, A is -2, so that's given, but B is A plus 5, so that's a positive 3. And C is the same as B, so that's also a positive 3. If I square this, it's a positive 4. Inside this here, if I have C minus B, that's a 0. 0 squared is 0, times B is still going to be 0. So that's gone. So it's 4 plus. Actually, this whole thing is gone. So the answer should come out to be 4.
I have right, Mr. Skinner. On that one, pressure.
On this one, you're going to have x times y to start with, so that's 48. Minus, if I square x, I get 36, and multiply it by a -8. You're going to end up with plus 288 here, and then we'll finish off the problem. This minus this squared gives me a 4. So it should come out to be 340. The answer on this one should be 4. The winning number today is 3.
Yes. I know what you're going to do. It's like 10 steps before you do it.
14 out of 20 for 70%. Here are the answers. Number 1 is x plus 5, remainder -8. 2 is x to the third plus 7x squared plus 22x plus 78, remainder 321. Number 3 is 3x squared minus 13x plus 28, remainder -61. Number 4 should be 2x plus 12, remainder 27. Number 5 is 6x squared minus 52x plus 519, remainder -5192. 2x to the third minus 11x squared plus 13x minus 17, remainder 12. X squared plus 5x plus 17, remainder 64. 6x minus 6, remainder 9. Negative 2x to the third plus 3x squared plus 2x plus 6, remainder -2. Last one, 4x squared plus 8x plus 30, remainder 88. Same objective, we're going to divide a polynomial by a binomial. Here's example 1. You're going to walk me through this problem, and I need to change the pen to this. We'll go to green. What is my first move? Yeah, what do I multiply x by to get -x to the fourth?
X to the third.
-x to the third. If I multiply -x to the third by this expression here, what do I get?
-x to the fourth plus 2x to the third.
That's right, -x to the fourth plus 2x to the third. What do I do next?
Subtract.
Subtract. And what happens when I subtract?
Those cancel out. Well, negative.
Those cancel. And what's -3 minus 2? -5, yeah. So -5x to the third. What do I do next?
Drop down 2x squared.
Drop down the 2x squared. Now what? X times what is -5x to the third? -5x squared. This times this gives me this. So what I've done to this, to get this, I must also do to this here. Negative 5x squared times a negative 2 is what? Positive 10x squared, and don't forget to put down the negative 5x to the third. Subtract. Those cancel out, and what's 2x squared minus 10x squared? Negative 8x squared, and now what? So I have to multiply this by what to get this? Negative 8x. So negative 8x times x is negative 8x squared. And when I multiply this times this, I get what? 16x. If I subtract, these are gone. And what's negative 6x minus 16x? Negative 22x. Drop down the 2. What do I do to this to get this? Minus 22. So that would be negative 22x, and then what? Plus 44, because negative 22 times a negative 2 is 44. That cancels out. What's 2 minus 44? 2 minus 44. Yeah, negative 42. So put your remainder up here. Remainder negative 42. On the practice problem, you should have negative x squared to get negative x to the third plus 3x squared. And when you do that, this is gone and this is gone too. So you drop down a minus 2x. X will go into that how many times? It'd be negative 2. So you get a negative 2x, but you're also going to have this over here as well for the minus 4. So negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. So when they cancel, negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10. So x squared minus 2, remainder negative 10. You should have x squared here to get x to the third plus 3x squared. And when you subtract, these are gone, and negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. X squared, drop the minus x, and you're going to need a minus 5x here to get minus 5x squared plus 15x. Subtract, these are gone. Negative x minus 15x is negative 16. I made a small mistake there. That should be a minus 15. So negative x minus a negative 15x would be a positive 14x. And then we'll drop the minus 6 and come up with plus 14 to have 14x plus 42. And when we subtract, these are gone, and negative 6 minus 42 is a negative 48. So your remainder is negative 48. What do I multiply x by to get x squared? It's x. So multiply x by each of these to get x squared minus x. These cancel out. Negative 2x minus negative x. That would be a negative x. Double negative. So I'd have to multiply x by a negative 1 to get negative x. And negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. These cancel out, and I'm left with a remainder of negative 2. X times x would give me x squared, and x times 6 is 6x. So when I subtract, they're gone. Negative x minus 6x is negative 7x. Drop the minus 3. And this times a negative 7 would give me negative 7x. So negative 7 times 6 is a negative 42. These are gone. Negative 3 plus 42 would give me 39. So remainder 39.